Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. Today's video is going to be my gameplay session for our raid rerun event, A Splash of Adventure. I'm happy this event is back, particularly for just a week, as it was a really fun raid. We have some gorgeous animations on the home screen right now. It really feels like summertime, and a couple of the units that were associated with the event even got a mana spiral. So for now, it's just Summer Julieta and Summer Celiera. No love for Summer Estelle or Summer Ronzel yet. There are a few people who are speculating that maybe it's because they're lower rarity that they haven't revealed their mana spirals because they want folks to summon for the higher rarity characters. Having said that, the new mana spirals are pretty generic. They don't really do anything to the actual playstyle or play pattern of the adventurers. Celiera gets a nice bump on her damage modifier. Her SP cost when you share her skill increases, but not so much that it really is a negative factor for lots of types of play. And she has a slightly higher chance to cause bog. Juliet is in a similar situation, although I don't think her strength increase or DPS increase is as profound. So today we're going to just play through the EX and Nightmare difficulty of the raid, kind of get a taste of it. I had not played through this event in a video before, at least not as the focus of a video. So last summer I didn't make any video specifically dedicated to Splash of Adventure, so I figured this would be a good time to do so. I just skipped through the story, I'm here trying to get my dailies done, and I played through most of the easy content, so let's go ahead and go to our EX Clash, and I'll share my summer theme team. Of course, we're going to want to do this in solo play for the best experience in terms of difficulty, I think.
Let's keep things nice and
We'll watch the intro sequence this time around, and we'll show off this team a little bit later, but everything is thematic with summer. I try to use the most summer-appropriate worm prints. Obviously, Yuden there in the rear is the only thing that is not really on theme, but at least he's repping Erasmus, who is a dragon associated with this event, so I felt like it was fine to keep him in. Obviously, he's there for the player EXP. And we got our nice arena. The usual raid music. I do kind of wish you could listen to that chill music from the event page during the raid itself, but Barbary is a treat to fight nonetheless, so let's enjoy this one. And immediately we're going to switch to Julieta. I think she's going to be a little bit more fun to main here, but maybe we'll try different things when we get to a harder difficulty. Don't mind me tentacles, I be a pirate. Got some great skill names. And hopefully we'll actually get to see, this difficulty level where she throws out bombs onto the stage. Yeah, this is a pretty fun mechanic that you don't really get to see much because of the difficulty. But basically you can hit these bombs away. I've always liked that. And get them out of your area. Alright, we're probably going to get to charge our second skill once, and if we dragon, we can end things, but let's use our third skill just for fun. That should get pretty close. Her legs grew back, and she's pretty much toast. So obviously I don't have any raid boosts just yet, other than a few generic ones. I literally just started playing this, it's my first clear of the EX. So we'll see if we get any rare raid boosts, but if not, we may be in for a little bit of a challenge when it comes to the Nightmare difficulty, so that should be pretty fun to do. Let's continue. Alright, yep, Nightmare's available on the first day. Some events it isn't, but with this being shorter and a rerun, I think they decided to make it available on day one. There should be an Omega difficulty as well, if I'm not mistaken, but we're mainly going to try to get through the Nightmare for today. So let's go ahead and do this in solo play or single player once again and see how hard this is. This actually might be kind of rough on us, especially because this summer team, we got the stylish prints, but a lot of these are not good. The water-oriented dragons as opposed to the ice-oriented dragons. Summer paladins, Seaside Princess here, Leviathan, aka Master of the Sea as of the most recent event. Beach Battle, Such High Spirits, Siren, and then Yuden, as I said, has Erasmus, as well as these two prints, which really don't do a whole lot for us, so that's our whole setup. Let's see if we can take this on without any perks. It's gonna be kind of tough. But it should be fun, and the only thing that's really off theme, because I didn't have 2 summer shared skills, so Summer Estelle does happen to have Summer Lowen shared, or Halloween Lowen shared skill. Wouldn't a Summer Lowen be nice for Lowen fans? Well, that's not good. So much for our Seaside Princess. And I think we got hit by that same move last time. So it's looking like Nightmare, the play pattern's very similar. I honestly don't remember a lot about this event. I don't think we would have had Omega then, because Omega came during the anniversary, I believe. Let's get some of these out of the way, and kind of crowd down here. Yuden seemed to move safely out of the purple, so we should be good on that. Uh-oh. Yuden's a little bit damaged, but everyone looks relatively okay, and we're able to protect Summer Celiera there using that iframe. Now these barrels, from what I remember, the hitboxes are deceptive. If you even get kind of close to them, you'll get barreled, and then you'll get blasted in the air like it's Donkey Kong. Uh-oh, tentacles. Let's try break some of the tentacles. Once we, well, I guess we've hit the resist point on Bog, but if we're able to get that another time, obviously we could really diminish the tentacles, but it looks like we won't. Nonetheless, I think we're totally fine in terms of how we'll be able to clear this. We're just gonna roll. I didn't really want to start that long animation when I couldn't deliver on it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Yuden, you're not looking good, bud. I could have Dragon with Yuden there for protection. I didn't want to Dragon with Summer Estelle because she can charge up Halloween Lowen's skill and use it, and I need healing right now. Probably should have gone with Yuden for protection's sake, but that's okay. Tentacles are back. Ooh, we may not be in a good position for this. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to easily keep up DPS on her, so everybody just join me down here. Who's missing? Wait, what? Where did you go, Estelle? Where were you? Well, she kind of abandoned ship on us. That was a nice use of iframing. Luckily we were able to get that off, and not gonna lie, I'm still worried about Yuden right now. Erasmus is so bad to transform into, but I suppose transforming with any of our other characters is gonna kind of hurt our uptime. Uh-oh. Oh, our shield was just fine to protect us. Let's see if Summer Estelle has her heal up. Oh. Yeah, we'll... Oh no! I'm trapped in the tentacles! Ah! Oh no! Oh, that was actually not bad. She almost has it up, so we'll just use it for her. Oh, it's so small. Even though I put Poseidon on her, it's barely any healing. Let's become Erasmus. We have 2 dragons, and we don't want to risk dying, even though we're going to repeat this every day, and we'll certainly get a Deathless if we decide to do this in co-op. I don't think it's worth making it so that our first clear isn't a Deathless. Sunny Flash. And Leviathan's now ready. But again, we'll go with Erasmus. Good thing everybody was in the center of the stage, but yeah, those lizard men, kind of daunting. Oh no, okay, we gotta make some waves. Okay, there's a tiny spot here. Only Celiera's with me, that's not good. Alright, everybody was just fine. AI is too strong, man. They just dodge through all these purples like it's nothing. Alright, the only character we haven't fought as yet is Summer Celiera, so let's use her now. Hopefully we don't come to regret that, but only 30 seconds left. Can we get this done? I mean, oh no, we fell over. We should be able to, right? We're so close. Let's pep talk. We're just gotta stay on. My team abandoned me. Oh, man. No! Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Bruh. Alright, this is a hard event, as you can see. Very challenging, very difficult gameplay. Let's do it again, run it back. I mean, we could power ourselves up, but
let's keep things
nice and orderly. So, besides the mana spirals, we got some news about the next version update today. I guess I'll talk a little bit about that as we kind of replay.
You got some nerve to be fighting me.
So, as for the version update, it looks like basically they're going to make dragon unbinds for some weaker dragons easier to farm. Some of these dragons are perfectly serviceable. We got dragons like Cupid, Leviathan, which are still respectable even if they're not considered among the strongest anymore. They still definitely have purposes and are very good compared to the 4-star dragons, any of the welfare dragons. So they're making those easier to unbind by playing story quests. It might be that there are other ways to obtain unbinding materials called essences for those dragons as well. But that's one of the ways. And besides that, they're also making it so that dragons, at every level of unbinding, they get stronger. So it's not just basically going from 0 unbinds to max unbinds, but every increment is going to be a slight power increase, which I think is awesome. It actually gives you an incentive to steadily unbind your dragons and feel that incremental progress as opposed to an all-or-nothing system, which is basically how unbinding worked before. So I like that change. And then there's also a third change, which is that some dragons are just basically going to be buffed overall. So think of like mixed... Oh, this might whiff. Alright, at least hit, but obviously we used our bog already. But if we can break her here... Anyway, think of like mixed HP and strength dragons. Those are going to be powered up. Some of the story dragons and lower rarity dragons are also going to be powered up, which is nice. All in all, even though that seemed to be the major change of the version update, it looks like it's a good one that we can look forward to. I think that dragons needed to rework for a while. Unfortunately, there are still some dragons that are in a place where they're just not good. And I don't think this is going to necessarily resolve that. Alright, that was kind of a waste of time, me going over there. Like, think about Nyarlathotep that got a buff last year. And despite that buff, still isn't really used at all. Alright, feels like our DPS is better this time, but man, last time just fell apart real quick. That was just shameful. We are switching units less this time. Obviously, I've stuck with Summer Julieta. But we haven't really had a need to become Yuden or worry about anyone else, really. You can see Summer Celiera is not doing too well there. She's just been stunned a decent amount of time. Let's get this out of here for my peeps. But obviously, apparently we could just tank these because, you know, the only thing that we have to worry about here is the DPS check. We could just roll through that, of course. And this one will just iframe. I think the Sunny Flash volleyball actually hit. Let's roll out of the way. Alright, let's Dragon just to kind of recover from our knockback a little bit. The tentacles genuinely do kind of entangle you. Alright, that's out of the way. 2 of our AI are here and well behaved. Summer Estelle's just like, I'm gonna do my own thing. Alright, I feel like we've gotta have it now, right? I mean, we're running so much bog on this team, so much redundant bog. But it's kind of fine because these characters are already okay without bog. But for someone like Summer Juliet in particular, who has an ability dedicated to bogging, it is kind of lame when she's not able to actually bog very much at all. But I do think we're enough better than we were last time that we'll be fine. Ugh, that was just terrible. I shouldn't have used that skill to begin with, but to use it and then get knocked down. But I think we might get a Sunny Flash off to end this. Oh, didn't even get it off. Alright, reasonably difficult. I'm glad we got to do this in a fun way by just doing it in single player. That's one of the lovely things about raids. You can spin wings without actually having to play with anyone else. It's a good way to test your team's strength if you want to give yourself a little bit of a challenge. But to be fair, it's mostly a stat check as opposed to a skill check, since obviously you could see there a lot of imperfect play, and we kind of just bulldozed it just fine. So we've reached the point where all we have left is Omega. I'm going to go ahead and collect all of my little gift boxes from the day, since I haven't gotten those yet. And we'll have a look at our emblem situation for this event. I really think it's just going to be like in events past or reruns past. Unfortunately, they did not introduce conviction items to power up Summer Estelle. I guess since it's a raid rerun, and that makes me realize we haven't had a new raid since the Wukong raid. Time Worn Torment, I think it was called, at the end of May, so it's been a minute since we had a new raid. We might actually have a new summer raid. I do think it's a possibility. I feel like they are holding out on like one more batch of new summer characters. I don't think Summer Mikoto and Patia are it as far as new summer characters. So I think that there will be a new type of event of some, or a new event of some type. Oh, really? We're missing 2 Blazons? Come on. Alright, well, we'll pick those up. I guess I don't want to spend 500 or like collect 500 Blazons, since that could just clear me of a whole day of doing my dailies in some sense. Alright, we already had that epithet. So we're going to leave those Blazons there, and we're just going to do something real quick to get 2 more. I guess we'll just do an expert raid battle. So while we do that, I haven't played through the Chapter 14 interlude yet. I haven't looked into any of the Void Battle stuff that's happening this week, although I know we're getting Luminous Chimera. But tomorrow I'll probably play through the Chapter 14 interlude, read through and react to it. I'm excited to do that. And otherwise this week, maybe we'll take a look at Void Battles, maybe we'll take a look at the version update once that comes out. But it's looking like another quiet week in Dragalia Lost, so I think that in the time being I may do some more guide content. There's a couple of things I've been wanting to do, like some High Dragon clears, since I've been farming those a lot lately, just for the sake of grinding up my Dracoliths. I might also do a video on Wormprint, since it's been half a year since I updated my last video on that. But basically, that's kind of what I'm thinking for the time being. Dragalia's been pretty slow recently, not a lot happening, so that's probably how we're going to handle things. Let's see. Man, this AI... I guess this is one of the downsides to doing things in single players. It does take a bit longer. But for me, with the matchmaking situation, I kind of prefer this, so... Let's Poseidon. Poseidon never gets to see the light of day anymore. Remember being a Thaniel? Those are the days. Alright. Now we'll turn it back over to Summer Estelle so she can do her thing. Yeah, Summer Estelle is such a fun utility character. Like, she has so much in her kit. I would love to see her get a Mana Spiral, so I really hope she does. She's the character I was most hoping for getting one, even though I do like Summer Julieta. Second favorite Water Axe, but Summer Estelle, I think, is just more interesting as a character, and haven't really invested in any Water Wands, including Pipple or Lily, so she would be a nice investment if I had the opportunity to invest into her. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for today. We went through all of the content that's available so far, everything except Omega. We talked about the version update. I guess we didn't talk about the banner. There's a bonus. We talked about interlude. But the banner is okay if you want to pick up the old characters. Karina's on focus as well. Otherwise, I think you should probably just save. They're such high value banners that can come out at any time now. And I don't think this is an especially high value banner. That applies to the Dragon Special as well, even if there are 3 good dragons. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, everyone. So thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.